morning, this is Margaret Campbell at Johansen Skydance Ranch in Northern California. I'm sitting here on a brand new farm implement with Mila Johansen, the owner. And we're going to talk a little bit about organic farming and mandarin. How did you start to farm?
Well, it's kind of a funny story. I grew up in LA in gangland.
So you were a city girl.
I was a city girl from Ontario, on the barrio, on Tarifa, and gangland. Yeah, totally. My brother got caught by all that. So I met Rich, my husband, and he put me to work on the farm. And I started about 33 years ago. And I became his main worker, and I would do the spraying and the pruning and the disking and the mowing, and I pretty much did everything for a long time. And I became the ranch manager for 12 years, and he worked down here, up here at an antique store, because it took 2 jobs to fund us, because, you know, you don't make a lot of money farming.
So how did the transition go? Did you have any kind of culture shock going from city to farm?
I always wanted to be on a farm. Like, I kind of, my psyche was more always wishing for that.
You said you were a manager. Does that mean that you had to manage farm hands?
Yeah, what I did was I work with a picking crew who brings in, 20 to 40 pickers.
So what kinds of fruit do you have?
We have Satsuma the mandarins, Washington navels, clementines, blood oranges, Meyer lemons, and just did a graft off a branch we found in our ranch that was a very interesting citrus. We had a man who makes trees graft it to, Rich would know, I think it was a Wari Satsuma. And now we have a new mandarin coming out called the Jewel that is named after our daughter, Gemma.
So you actually took this one plant.
One branch. Just a branch off one tree. That would make this amazing mandarin. Not the rest of the tree, just this one odd branch for years and years. Mandarins, people think we're growing tangerines, but that's sort of an insult, because tangerines are a cross fruit, and mandarins are a pure fruit from China. And also, mandarins produce synephrine, which is the precursor to adrenaline, and they're one of the only citruses that actually will act like a cold remedy.
What do you see as the future for this type of farming, for these specific fruits, these mandarins or these citrus fruits?
Well, we're organic, and I see a huge future in organic farming, because we don't want to spray anymore and poison everybody and have that poison go into the waters of our land and into the oceans.
What about mandarins?
Well, mandarins are amazing because, well, they take, like a peach tree takes 4 years to mature to fruit. A mandarin, you'll get fruit in 6 years, but it won't taste great until you've had the tree for 12 years.
Oh my gosh.
But because of that, see, peach trees only last for 25, 30 years. Mandarins last for 50, 100 years. So it's kind of like like an elephant or something that lives longer.
Yes.
And so a lot of people won't grow mandarins. In fact, they planted all these mandarins in the whole area of Orland and Chico, and they didn't come to fruition soon enough, so they took them all out, and we were the only people left with them, and that's why we have one of the only markets on organic mandarin.
So farming takes persistence.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mila, for sitting with me today on this wonderful piece of farm equipment.
A new implement that I'm not quite sure what it is.
But it's shiny.
And it's orange, like mandarins.
Thanks so much, Mila.
Thank you.
And this is Margaret Campbell in Northern California on Johansen Skydance Ranch.